All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the H-525 podcast. I believe this is the 11th episode. Sounds about right. And of course, Cory is here as always.
Yep.
And we got quite a bit to talk about, including some about cars and once again Justin Bieber and and a whole bunch of stuff. So let's get started. So I guess we can just start out with this news where Chrysler ordered this was it a community college that to crush the not Mustang, Viper, or was it just some random place?
Let me see. Let me double check.
Oh yeah. It is a community college.
Yeah, it's like trade schools and
some trade school, and oh god, the video's loading.
Yeah, South Puget Sound Community College.
What was it?
South Puget. Is that how you say that?
Where?
You know that I should know.
Puget.
Puget Sound.
Puget.
I don't know if that's how.
Puget.
Yeah, but anyway, they were told by a Chrysler official that their Viper had to be crushed within 2 weeks.
Is there like a particular reason why?
It was the fourth Viper ever built.
Oh my god.
Prototype hardtop years before Dodge offered a production version. With no emissions controls, no speed limiter, the V10 can make 600 horsepower. In school, instructors say it could be worth $250,000 to a museum or private Viper fan.
Wow.
Let's see here. Let's see. General Motors decision to destroy. No. I guess it's kind of along the lines of they don't want to be associated with crashes that might potentially happen in vehicles that they donated.
Right.
There was an update where Chrysler told Yahoo Autos that that while it did not have any records of crashes involving Vipers donated to trade schools, the cars involved did not have historical significance. It also said it regularly expected vehicles donated to schools to be destroyed once they lost their educational value. Which they're saying the cars in question have, given their age. But it's still just like,
Just a bunch of malarkey.
I feel like there's got to be something.
There's got to be more to it.
That they're trying to cover up. That's my opinion. Like maybe there's some sort of malfunction or something like that with the car that
they totally just don't want to deal with. So they just crush it.
They don't want to have any like
liability
or lawsuits or accidents or anything like that come back around and then be held responsible. Which I mean, like I get on Chrysler's part why they would do that, but it's still like really.
It's still taking a little too far there.
I don't know if that's.
Dude, demolishing a motherfucker? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's just.
It's a beautiful car, and yet you just go ahead and just try to get it destroyed. Yeah. And it's a Viper too. It's like
right, yeah. It's not like it's not like a Toyota Corolla or something.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, this is a different level of friggin' machines here, and yet they just went ahead and be like, "Hey, can you have that crushed by 2 weeks? Thanks. Something like that." And it says something about the EV1s. Let's see. Yeah, they're known for like making these weird decisions, like destroying all the EV1s, which were pretty much the first mass-produced electric vehicles in the modern age, at least. Do you remember the EV1?
Yeah, I remember the name.
It's one of those cars that was heard after it was destroyed. Like no one heard of the EV1 until after that fact. Like it was that thing. It did look strange, but it did perform pretty good for what it was.
It looks like a Mazda Miata.
Yeah.
And a Honda, like inside.
Inside,
like Honda's first electric hybrid car.
Oh, wasn't it like just called EV something?
It might have been, but it looks like those two cars combined. Like,
yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it does have like a whole bunch of like weird things on it, but
it's really odd.
But it was known for. I mean, it was kind of well known because celebrities had it, like Mel Gibson and like Tom Hanks had one. I don't know if Leonardo DiCaprio had one or Cameron Diaz. I know, I think, I don't know. Yeah, just a bunch of celebrities had those, and the thing was is that they were only available on lease, so
Yeah.
they technically didn't own the car, so that's why they were able to have had that order to destroy all EV1s for some reason.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of theories behind it. The whole oil market thing, and I mean, paying them off to destroy all electric vehicles, and just like the marketing, and then the marketing was involved and all that stuff though.
Yeah.
But back to the point. I mean, this is just another just really stupid and ridiculous decision that Chrysler has ordered, and I definitely I feel like it's taking a little too far. I mean, yeah, I mean, like Corey said, like I understand where they're coming from, sort of, but it's still taking way too far as to like just destroy the thing.
Yeah.
At least like I don't know, disable it or something. I don't know, like make it not drivable, but still in somewhat pristine condition, like
Yeah.
at least presentable, so you can like I don't know, put it in the museum. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, put it on display somehow. And this is the fourth Viper.
Yeah,
it's,
it's like
it's not
pretty...
every day. Yeah, it's not every day you'll find these kinds of cars out there, and yet they just want to have it disappear, off the face of the earth. So this is just like so easily. Uh, yeah. Anything else from? Yeah, it's pretty much the whole donating a car liability thing. So this is a bunch of bullshit, I think. I think we can talk about this one. Consumer Reports names the best and worst cars by brand.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's a pretty interesting thing to look at. So okay, so it's just by brand. Okay, so from Acura, the best is the Acura TSX with the four-cylinder, and the worst is the RLX Tech. And then from Audi is the best one is the A7 with the 3 liter, probably V6 I think, or yeah, the V6, and then with the TDI, and then the worst one is the Audi A5 Premium Plus with the 2 liter turbo. Um, if I'm not mistaken, is it the hatchback one?
I think so. Either that or it's a sedan. Wait, what are they basing best and worst on? What is it? Is it...
Uh, Probably just like overall or something. Like overall, like reliability, performance, and just the overall rating, I guess. Let's see, test performance.
Because I was just curious because I was looking at BMW because BMW was next.
Right.
And I'm curious, like... Alright, because BMW's best car is the BMW 328i. Their worst is the 750 Li. And, like, 750's, like, the top
yeah,
like, luxury, like, car in there.
it just says overall test scores. So it's just not, like, just pure performance. It's,
So it's probably, like, performance, fuel economy...
the price.
Point. No, okay.
There's a whole bunch of things. Yeah, so I guess it's probably because the gas mileage or whatever the hell.
I'm assuming so. I'm pretty sure that's a V8.
Yeah, it's a pretty big car. So, Buick, the best one is the Buick Regal Premium. Is that I guess yeah. And the worst one is the Encore Leather. I don't really care about much about Buick. Cadillac is the best one is the XTS Premium. And the worst is the SRX Luxury. The SRX is the SUV? Was
I think
it?
so.
Yeah. It's luxury SUV, so what can you expect? Chevy is for the best one is the Impala 2LTZ with the 3.6 liter. And the worst one is the Chevy Spark 1LT. And for those who don't know, is the Spark is the little small ass car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Now that I think about it, I never see those on the street. Like
Yeah.
hardly. I've seen more Evios than Sparks.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy Spark on the street.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Chrysler, their best car is the Chrysler 300, the base model, and with the V6. And their worst one is the Chrysler. Sorry, I almost said Chevy. Chrysler Town and Country Touring L. Is that the? Is that the van? Is that another van?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the van.
Yeah. It's funny how like it's mostly like hatchbacks, SUVs and vans.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So Dodge is the Durango Limited with the V6, and the worst one from Dodge is the Journey Limited V6. Is that another van or I keep
Is the Journey a van? It's either a van
or SUV or like
SUV.
maybe like a crossover or something, whatever the hell. Let's look at that. Yeah, Corey's looking it up.
Give me pictures. Yeah, it's not a van. It's an SUV. It's kind of like it's almost a crossover, pretty much.
Okay, it's like a mid-size looks like.
Yeah, it's like a mid-size SUV.
Okay. All right. Oh, from Fiat is the Fiat 500 Barth. And
Which we sat in.
which was
It's definitely actually quite nice.
yeah, it is pretty. It is pretty nice for what it is. Didn't we sit in the smart car too?
We did.
We did. Yeah, at the last auto show. That one was definitely underwhelming. Definitely it was just like bare bones like
Yeah.
interior, if you ask me. And then the Abarth was definitely much more exciting. Especially from a small car like that, and it's I don't know. For me, I really like the Fiat 500 for that kind of class, like the small
for what it is.
like a micro car or whatever. Yeah, for what it is, and especially with the Abarth, it looks pretty nice. And especially if anyone would be crazy enough to put in like a motorcycle engine or something, like a Hayabusa or whatever, that'd be pretty awesome. Definitely would. I think it would beat a Ferrari in a straight line. Since someone did that with a smart car, and then that definitely smoked the Ferrari. It was a F430, I believe. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it can handle in the corners like with that all that power. So it has to be like lowered as hell and like stanced and all that. But anyways, so next is Ford. The best is the Ford Fusion SE Hybrid. Kind of surprising. And then the worst one is the Ford Fiesta SE Sedan. Yeah, okay, now I know what that is. So next one, GMC. From the best one is the GMC Sierra 1500 SLT with the 5.3 liter V8, and the worst one is the Terrain SLE one with the 4-cylinder. Yeah, what can you expect, right?
Yeah.
Honda next is and the best one is the Accord LX with the 4-cylinder. And then the worst one is the Honda Insight XC. I mean EX, sorry. I read that backwards a bit. How do you feel about the Honda Accord since you're a owner of Accord?
I do enjoy Honda Accords a lot. I like the changes they've made to the body style over the years. It's kind of starting to look more and more like a really nice car.
Yeah, especially now. Like the current generation looks very, very nice for what it is.
Yeah.
Definitely the previous one was like, I would say the worst out of all the Accords I've seen, or at least one of the worst. It's just kind of weird. But the current generation design it's basically the previous one, but much more refined.
Yeah.
and it looks much nicer. So I would definitely maybe consider it in the future or something like that, especially with the V6 and make it the sport package.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I would get a coupe or a sedan or not. It's a very hard choice if I had to choose an Accord. Both look very nice to me, in my opinion.
They definitely do. I think the sedan, when they redefined them, they did them like they put more effort into the sedan than the coupe, because the coupe still kind of looks the same as it did
Yeah, it's true.
from the previous generation. Which like because the generational differences are really like minute.
Mm-hmm.
They're not very big at all, but they're enough to make a big difference.
All right, so next one is Hyundai with starting with the best is the Sonata Limited with the 2-liter turbo, and a Hyundai. The worst is the Hyundai Accent GLS sedan. Uh, Next one, Infinity. It's the Q70. And it also says the M37 with the V6. And the worst one is the QX80 or the QX56. That's another SUV, isn't it? The Qs.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See.
I don't...
another.
They just put what they are in parentheses. Damn them.
I know, right? Let's see. The next one is Jaguar with the XJL Portfolio. It's a weird name to put.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. And the worst one is the Jaguar XK convertible. Yeah. What is the Portfolio or whatever? Let's see.
Apparently it's that.
Oh, okay. Looks like a full-size sedan.
Yeah.
Looks very long.
Yes. It's very long.
All right, so next one is Jeep. And their best one is the Grand Cherokee limited edition with the V6. I can't go wrong. And then the worst one is the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. Didn't really expect the Wrangler to be the worst. That would be like the Commander or something.
Yeah, because that's like a 4-door. The Wrangler Unlimited Sahara is like a 4-door, like off-road, nice leather and everything like that. So that's interesting. It probably gets really crap gas mileage.
Oh, probably right. All right, so next Kia with the Cadenza. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
For the best one. Oh, and the worst one is the Kia Rio EX hatchback. The Rios, surprisingly, they've been selling from Hyundai anyway. I've seen a lot of Rios lately, but yeah, you only see the hatchback, so I guess there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like the compact sedans or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next one up is Lexus. The best one is the Lexus LS 460L, and then the worst one is the IS 250 with the all-wheel drive. That's pretty surprising, if you ask me.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm trying to imagine like why. Maybe the all-wheel drive isn't all that great or something. I don't know.
Good possibility.
I mean, it was designed to be rear-wheel drive anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably why. Because those came out later after
Yeah.
the rear-wheel drive models. All right, so next one up is Lincoln with the MKZ hybrid, and then for the best, and then the worst is the MKS base model with the 3.7. Trying to remember what the MKS was. I want to say it's an SUV, but not really too sure.
Let's
Oh, it's another sedan. All right. Well, I mean, a luxury company that's not an SUV.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was that? Oh yeah. All right. So next one is Mazda with the MX-5 Miata Grand Touring, of course. I can see why. And the worst one is a Mazda 2 Touring. uh, Mazda 2 is the really smaller compact car, right?
Yes.
And a lot of them came in like this like really bright green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I've seen some of those on the street, but I didn't really expect to be the worst car. That would be probably something else, but I mean, definitely not the Mazda 6, especially the new one that came out. What do you think? What do you think about those? The current gen. I mean,
So we'll check what they look like.
oh, you don't even know what?
It's been a while. I mean,
Yeah.
because I'm so focused on the 3 because I really like the 3 a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, actually, it really does kind of look like just a big brother to the 3.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like it. I like the lines a lot.
Mhm.
I really like the new front ends on the Mazda 3s and the Mazda 6.
Yeah.
Like they're really really similar. I like the way they look. Like they have this kind of like sudden like stop
Yeah.
and start, so it's got like a nice definitive line, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, and then they did a good job with the back too. It just kept it safe, but at the same time, it looks pretty presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Next one is Mercedes-Benz. Their best one is the E250 Blue Tech with the all-wheel drive, and the worst one is the CLA 250. I believe the CLA is the very higher end car. Probably because of the gas mileage and the price. I'm guessing.
Wait, is the CLA?
Wait, 250. Oh,
I think
maybe.
this isn't the CLA the like their entry level. Yeah, the CLA is their like entry level.
Oh,
Like,
right,
the
right.
one that they recently released is like a cheap alternative for people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Their
Wait, just
commercial.
yeah, look it up just to make sure.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see that. Is that a hatch? Is that a hatchback?
No, it's a sedan.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that mixed with a some model from the A class. Let me see that. I'm thinking of the maybe it was the S that was.
The CLS is a.
Yeah, probably that's it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it is a CLS. All right, so yeah, never mind. The CLA is the cheaper model. The CLS is the much nicer one. Much nicer. Like, it comes in a very ridiculous price.
3 times as much.
Yeah, 3 times. All right, so next one is Mitsubishi with the Lancer Evolution GSR. That's for the best one. And the worst one is the EV.
Yes.
Okay. SE model. I never heard of that one unless I've seen it on the street, but oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I think I've seen one of those.
Yeah, I've just seen one.
Like ever.
Yeah, right. It's probably not a great electric car.
It's pretty cheap. 15,000.
Oh.
66 horsepower.
Oh gosh. Is it gasoline engine or is it electric? Or does it come in both?
Let's see. Oh, damn you.
No, we don't want Blue Book bullshit. Oh, here we go.
Coming in early spring. I think it's the plug-in.
Oh. It's an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Probably because the battery doesn't last long or something.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Probably like if you compare it with the Leaf, I think the Leaf would be better.
Definitely.
All right, so Nissan. The best one is the 370Z Touring Coupe. And then the worst one is the Nissan Versa SV sedan.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I
right.
thought those were really
I would.
not bad.
I know, right? Maybe. I would have thought it would be the Juke that would be the worst car.
Oh, yeah.
Those look really weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah. And despite that, like they did come up with the Nismo edition too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
that's
ridiculous.
true. We did see that.
Yeah. And then it's like ridiculously powerful too for what it is.
Yeah.
Did they stuck twin turbos or it just was single one or don't?
I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
know it's turbo, but I
It
don't know
was
if it was
yeah,
single or twin.
yeah. All right, so for Porsche, the best one is the Boxster 2.7, and the worst one is a Cayenne with base model the V6. Another SUV.
Yeah.
What can you expect?
I'm
uh,
really surprised that the Boxster is the best because if there's a Porsche that I hate, it's the Boxster.
yeah.
I
Oh
just do not like that car.
yeah. So there's the Cayman, there's the Boxster, 911. Is there anything in between, or is it just those three
I think it's pretty much those three in terms of like
popular
popular
models?
models.
Yeah.
There's the Cayenne is the SUV,
The
and then
SUV, yeah.
there's another one that's a four door, kind of sedanish car.
Oh, yeah.
It also starts with a C. I can't.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't get. Oh.
I just. I don't know what it's called.
Hit C. Or we'll find it there.
Panamera.
Panamera. Okay.
And there's another.
What?
Macan. I
Macan?
don't know what that is.
Oh no, yeah, I never heard of that one. We're leaving out the Cayman because that's like I mean, not the Cayman.
Like the Carrera GT.
Carrera. Yeah, there you go. Because that's like a different. That's a hypercar. So
Yeah, it's
so we
a
left
world of its own.
the world of its own exactly. Yeah. For me, I'm not a really huge fan of Porsche. It's just I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't like. Other than that, they all look alike, like literally look alike.
I really like Cayman a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like a baby Porsche.
Yeah, isn't it the entry level?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and of course the Cayman is like the most like uh I don't want to say abundant, but most common I guess for Porsche.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, that and Boxsters,
Boxes, yeah.
which I don't like. I don't like one bit.
All right. So next one is Scion with the FRS for the best one. All right, I can see why. And then the worst one is the IQ.
I can see why.
What do you think about the FRS?
It's kind of we talked about it a little while
Mhm.
ago. I don't remember if it was broadcast or not, but we had a conversation about them.
Mhm.
And yeah, they're underpowered. It's not a lot of car. You're paying a lot of money for not very much,
Yes.
and that's kind of frustrating. Like because it's a 4-cylinder, right?
Yeah, it's
And
4-cylinder.
it's a 4-cylinder. I think
Naturally aspirated.
they could have built that car just a little bit bigger, put either a turbocharged 4-cylinder, a big V6, or even a single turbocharged V6 in there,
Mm-hmm.
and just made it beefy, and put like a $27,000 price tag on it, and you would have had a lot of power and a lot of car, and throw in some tech on that, and it would have been good. But I think you pay way too much money for not enough.
Yeah, like, yeah, we did definitely had this kind of conversation, pretty recently, and then for those who don't know, pretty much if you build one online on their official website, the way you want it is gonna at least come out to 30K, and at that price, you could pretty much get a Lexus IS250, which has pretty much the same amount of power but more torque, and then you have 4 doors, and then you have like a whole bunch of stuff on the interior side, and it's a luxury car, so you have like leather and like heated seats
Yeah.
and I don't know whatever options you want to throw in, but there's a lot more options like in the Lexus than FRS, and definitely like on the used car side, like if you're gonna like plan to spend that much money, you could probably get an Evo X used,
Yeah.
in a Preza, of course, one of the newer ones. I would definitely spend my money on a Lancer Evolution, either 8 or 9, definitely one of those. Just because really don't like the Evo X. I think I've said this before. I don't know if I said it on here, but I described it as a doghouse because the
Yeah.
grill and then that stupid black bar and I don't like it. The back looks just terrible. Like I don't know what they did to the back. Like I don't know why that design was finalized and was put into production. I don't know why that even exists like that. And it's kind of and sort of on a side note, like, or I mean on a different subject, the Evo is actually going to move on to being a sports hybrid, if I'm not mistaken, or at least that's a rumor anyway. But it's
Yeah.
a pretty strong rumor. Um, Rather than being the sports car, the 4-door sports car that we all know. Um, Sort of sucks, but I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. And and then back to the FRS and the BRZ. Pretty much they're a similar price. They're pretty similar, pretty much, except that the BRZ understeers, the FRS oversteers.
Which is funny to me
I know, right?
because they're the same car.
Yeah. They just played around with the suspension. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then I mean there are some subtle differences, like the engine start button, like the location, I guess, and then like their radio, and then some of the doors and like the center console and
Yeah.
something like that. But otherwise, it's really the same car, and for me, like the 30K price tag is just totally not worth it. Um, Definitely, I would more consider it more if it was 25K, and it's like it has everything,
Yeah.
everything like fully loaded. Even with the underpowered 200 horsepower 4-cylinder or whatever, I would still consider it. But yeah, it's over 30K, so yeah. I would just much rather save it for maybe like get a Lancer Evo or the Toyota MR2 Turbo, the older one, which it's pretty much like the poor man's Ferrari,
Yeah.
or the Lexus IS300. There's a whole bunch of options that you can get, and you can get more car out of it than the FRS/BRZ, in my opinion. All right, so moving on. Next up is Subaru, and their best model is the Forester 2.5i Premium. And the worst one is the Tribeca Limited. I never heard of the Tribeca. What is that?
It's like an SUV type thing.
Oh, of course, another SUV. All right, so next, the Toyota. Their best one is the Camry Hybrid XLE, and their their worst one is the F3 Cruiser.
I understand why they get crap gas mileage.
Yeah.
They really. The interior is pretty whack. Like you can't really get very many premium options, but if you've got a lot of money and you want something with really good 4-wheel drive, in my opinion, it's a good car.
It's like one of those Sorry, go ahead.
My old roommate had one. We did all sorts of crazy shit in it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's one of those like things where if you have a lot of money and you want a ridiculous car but still considerably reliable, then it's the FJ Cruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because my boss owns one, and and then the previous car that he owned was a Porsche Cayenne. So I think that was pretty funny.
Definitely think the FJ Cruiser is a step up.
Yeah.
It's more functional. That's
It's
for
more
sure.
functional. Yes, that's definitely for sure. Yeah, definitely. Like I would much rather have a FJ Cruiser than a Cayenne. If I had to choose one. So that's. Yeah, once again, SUVs, right?
Yeah.
Next one, we're almost there, is the Volkswagen, and the best one is the Passat SLE, SEL, premium with the V6, and the worst one is the Beetle. Ouch. With the 2.5L, the manual transmission. I
Doesn't
don't.
surprise me.
Hmm.
New Beetles suck.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's only nice to a point that they brought it back, but it's definitely not strong. In my opinion.
They smell like crayons, and it just
Oh, you went? You were in one?
yeah. My ex-girlfriend
On
had
one?
one,
Oh, really?
and it smelled like crayons all the damn time.
Oh,
It was
really?
not like. It was just I just did not like that car.
And well, like, what about the interior? Was it just?
Interior was okay. It was very cheap, very plastic.
Uh huh.
She had leather seats, so it was like a slightly stepped up version.
Uh huh.
But the interior was still just like cheap and plasticky. A lot of refinement to be done in those cars.
Yeah, definitely they
I
can
think.
have more room for improvement.
I mean, I think that was like an '06 or something, so it's obviously not the new Beetle, but still.
It's the same generation, right?
It was a generation right before.
Oh, before. Okay, but
But you know what? My opinion carries over. I don't like the way the new ones look. They look like an odd Porsche attempt.
well, I mean, Volkswagen does own Porsche,
That
so
is true.
yeah,
They're
so
the luxury version.
it's so yeah. I mean, sort of makes sense as to why they look like that. And they pretty much own every German auto company.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't really you can't really argue as to why some of their cars look alike, even if they're from different companies.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay, so next one, or the last one is Volvo, and the best one is the S60 with the S60 T5, and the worst one is the XC90 with 3.2.
It's like a crossover.
That's a crossover. Oh yeah. No. All right. So once again, the worst one is SUV-esque automobile.
What's funny, as I noticed this right away, is that Mini Cooper is not on this list.
Oh yeah, it isn't. Anything else? I mean, anything else that's missing? Yeah, it's just Mini.
Yeah, I mean for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
They're just so great, they don't even need to be on the list.
Hmm. You know what? Well, maybe they just don't have a best or the worst.
Okay,
They're
know
just...
what?
It's like
It's funny because I want to get a Mini Cooper, so that's why this is funny.
just like the what was it, the Clubman or
I think I want to just get a hardtop, like a classic Mini Cooper.
Mini, just a regular Mini
Yeah.
Cooper. Okay.
Well, I want to get a Mini Cooper S.
Right.
Right now, the 2013s, they're having like really good deals on them because the 2014s are supposed to be hitting like dealers.
Oh, they just want to like get rid of that.
So they're trying to get rid of them. Which I mean, they're like the 2014 has some stepped up like standard features, but the 2013 is still really nice. Because I mean, for the most part, the body style is still the same. Like, there's not too many big adjustments there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like it, but I guess it's kind of cool. Is the center speedometer? In the 2013s, like if I got a 2013, I'd be one of the last people to have a Mini Cooper with the center.
Why does the 2014 go back to?
Yeah, it goes back to the normal dash.
Oh, that's funny. Wow. My mom has the Countryman, and it has that big ass fucking speedometer
Right in the middle.
right in the middle. Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, for what it is, the driving experience is good. It feels really, really good for what it is. But I absolutely fucking hate the interior. I have a grudge against the interior.
Funny.
It's just it's so different that it's just bad. It's just not functional for me. Like I would just
Like materials or
not material. It's just the way it's
kinda like
designed.
the way it's designed.
Yeah, like the knobs and like the like it's not even knobs. It's like trying to be a lever, but it's not.
Oh,
It's
I
still like it's a vertical dial. I don't know. And then like the window switch doesn't work as well as like just what you find in a standard car.
Yeah.
Like you try to open it, like maybe at a certain point, but you just can't. You just go too far, or just,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
it's got like a delay. So
Yeah.
like you can hold the switch up and it doesn't go up quite
Like
yet, and then it'll
yeah,
start. I see.
like yeah, it's like it's not snappy. It's just it's delayed by like few maybe like milliseconds, but that is what all it takes to like make it really noticeable.
Yeah,
And
I know what you're talking about.
and then um and then the lights are just like weird. It's like the center is like really super blue, and then the indicators and all that stuff, the displays, it's all orange. And I like with me, I hate orange.
Orange does really bother me.
Yeah. And the same goes with the older Nissan Altimas, 2006 anyway. That one has orange like lights all over. It just bothers me so much. And then like in the Lexus IS250, which I drive right now, it has just white. It's simple. It looks clean. It's
I like white or blue. Like
yeah,
those are very nice, refined colors.
yeah. But the blue in the Countryman is just so blue. It's just ridiculous. It's like it's trying to be like a club or something, or a lounge bar or something, or
Well, I mean, that's what it's trying to do. Just gotta let it happen.
But yeah, definitely the orange really bothers me. I don't know why they just wouldn't go with much more like modern color, but whatever. Um, but otherwise, the driving experience is pretty good. I like the feel, the steering, and like the corner, like when it corners. It's got that go kart feel to it, definitely in the Mini Coopers.
Yeah.
So, Mini's not bad, but definitely not the best most exciting brand of cars out there. But yeah, like I said, they're not bad. All right, so oh yeah, okay. Next one is I gotta bring this up. It's regarding the video gaming, and it's this guy. It's this guy who has a replica Master Sword from Zelda. And and then he with that he goes stabs his girlfriend's ex-husband. Yeah, so he fucking shanks him with it. I thought it was really funny. Well, hold on, let me try to see if I can find that article. Let's see. Yeah, it says Master Sword replica. Yeah, that's it from Forbes. According to this, the man is in serious condition. So if you oh shit, yeah, see, like that's what the sword looks like.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that looks well done.
that's a pretty well done replica. Let's see. During a domestic dispute, okay. All right, so according to this, okay, so it says a man named Eugene Thompson was arguing with his girlfriend when she called her estranged husband over. When said estranged husband arrived, the woman let him in, and he began chasing Thompson, who defended himself with the aforementioned replica sword, which is the Master Sword. And it says the husband apparently ran into the blade without. Ran into the blade, was thrown out of the house, and then came back in swinging. Okay. Deputies said that the two men fought over the sword, and in the scuffle, the estranged husband was stabbed, once in the chest and once in the leg. Oh, jeez. And then Thompson said the man grabbed a flower pot outside and smashed it over his head. Kind of sort of yeah. It's just, yeah. It's funny. It's kind of ironic because in Zelda there's pots,
Yeah.
and then you smash them with a sword, and yeah. And it says yeah. There's serious irony in breaking the clay pot during an altercation with Link's sword. Though I expect it was lost on the combatants on the at the time. Thompson apparently only needed stitches after the brawl, while the estranged husband is in serious condition at a local hospital. On the bright side, the girlfriend was not kidnapped by Ganon. Okay.
This is great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Up, and then the last paragraph is kind of interesting. It says, "This may be the darker side of cosplaying. Even replica swords can do some real damage. It turns out. I recommend sticking with Zelda video games, not stabbing people in real life whenever possible." This is obviously written by someone who does not play video games, or at least has a very limited knowledge of video games.
No, I think it's written satirically from someone who definitely does know video games.
I guess. I mean, what do you think about that?
This is really hard for me to take it seriously.
Yeah.
That's just some craziness. People need to get their crap together.
Yeah, it's like of all things, you grab the freaking Master Sword. That's I want to say badass on one part, but on the other side, it's like, really?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, and it's a replica. It's like kind of funny. And then I've been hearing word that this is like damaging the reputation on cosplayers because cosplayers are known to be like hardcore with their props.
Yeah.
And they want to be real as possible to the character that they're portraying. So they want all their stuff to be close replicas.
Yeah.
Pretty on par when it comes to swords, definitely. And with that probably would make it pretty lethal if you actually swing around with it.
Yeah.
So, especially with those really popular characters such as Link or any of the really samurai-esque characters from anime or something like that. It's just, I think it's just really, I really think it's funny that this had to happen.
It's very, very interesting. I love how they've got this nice, clean picture of the sword.
You know, right?
Just makes it even better.
Mm-hmm. I love how they mention him as the estranged husband.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all there is to it, pretty much. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw this one, and that one caught my attention. It said the headline says Nintendo is giving away one of its best games, and then the little like subtitle or tag it said this may be bad news for GameStop. And let's just see why. Oh yeah. It's they're giving away Pokemon X or Y for free, and that's if you buy the 3DS. I think it's either the regular one or the XL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks that way.
Yeah, and then they'll give you a code so you can digitally download either the titles. And then let's just see how it says about GameStop. Oh yeah, just because it's continuing to the trend of digital games, and then with digital games you can't you can't sell them back to GameStop or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's hurting GameStop because
that's what they function on. That's their business model.
Yeah, with used games. So that's pretty much what they get all their profit from, used games. So I find that funny because it's like more and more I've been downloading digital stuff. Last one was Outlast, which we played, which is a scary game, and it was free for that month. Thanks to PlayStation Plus. And for what it is, it's not bad. And the actual price for it is $20. So
That's not bad either.
that's not bad. Yeah, that's not actually not that bad for considering what we've experienced.
I certainly wouldn't pay more than $20.
Oh hell no, yeah.
That's a separate topic, but yeah, it's not bad.
And it's quite a unique experience, and it's one of those titles that if you're a huge fan of horror or slash survival horror, or just kind of like the whole horror themed feel to it in video games, definitely this is something to pick up. It's definitely available on PC, but it's also available on PS4. So if you have a chance, go get that title. And I think definitely on PC you get it through Steam, I think. So let's see if there's any more on this article.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Fine print.
What's up?
To qualify for the deal, gamers have to purchase an additional game at full price in addition to the console.
Oh, okay. So you have to buy the 3DS and a game.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. So it's like a buy one get one free thing. Well, buy two things and then get one free.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It is interesting that they're making this move. But I think this is good for people who don't have one yet, and that they're seeking an opportunity to get a handheld console and just kind of start their load of handheld games. But at the same time, it's there's a reason why they're doing this in the first place, and it's because the 3DS is coming up short, despite having strong numbers, but definitely not as strong as the previous handhelds, and it's pretty much because of smartphones with their mobile games, so and also their iPads, because you could do a lot of things with them, but also play games with them, and then those games are pretty good. And especially like those games that are free to play and they're very much amusing, like Flappy Bird. Yeah. It's just it's so funny how it works. It's the simplest of games are the most addicting, and it's just it just gets the most people,
Yeah.
No matter how much work you put into it, it's the simplest and the easiest, I guess, type of gameplay, and that games like these are the best selling, I guess, and Flappy Bird and then Angry Birds and stuff like that. It's kind of sucks for people who love the 3DS and those kind of games.
Yeah.
And the PS Vita. I think the PS Vita is not selling. It's definitely not selling well. The 3DS is doing much better when you're comparing the two. Let's see. Bundling digital games is a growing trend. Yeah, it's. Yeah, there's another one where if you buy a Xbox One, you'll get a free digital copy of Titanfall. And for those who don't know, Titanfall is it's a game developed by former employees of Infinity Ward, who made Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4, and then Modern Warfare 2, and I think previous games of that sort. And I think they're blowing away their competition, especially with the current Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Have you seen Titanfall?
I watched a little bit of a playthrough of the beta version, and it was pretty amazing.
It is pretty cool. They have the whole
parkour up a building.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with using giant robots and just the whole shooting, everything looks really cool, and definitely I would consider that game if I ever plan to buy an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Especially when the price goes even further down.
Yeah.
And And I believe the Xbox One went down in price already.
Yeah, it's actually, if I recall correctly, I was talking with someone at work. They said getting an Xbox One that comes with the free copy of Titanfall was actually going to be cheaper than like just the console by itself.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Um. Okay, so like the console itself is I believe $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same price as the PS4. And then it's funny because it started out as it's $500, and then now it's down to 400, which is same thing as PS4.
I just want the PS4 to go down to $250.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's sort of a long way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. It could be possible by.
It's
by
it's
holidays.
possible, but it's just how long.
Yeah. It'll probably get down to. I think it'll probably hit $299 by Christmas time.
Definitely before Christmas time, I think. And or out of that, or they're just gonna come out with a new model of the PS4, like the PS4 Slim or something.
Yeah, like a new generation revision or something like that.
Probably right. Kind of like it's like kind of what they did always with their consoles lately, like the PS3, and then they went to the PS3 Slim, and did the same exact thing with the 360. So yeah, it's inevitable, but it's just a matter of when. So we'll just have to wait on that. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I saw this one too. Is the Xbox One in trouble? So let's just click on that. Let's see. Price was cut. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It says the system has sold 2.29 times faster than the 360 did in its first 3 months on the market. And it says in a vacuum, the console is doing just fine. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much, I guess that sums it up. But there's more to it. Much more. Let's see. Oh, okay, just talks about sales figures and all that. Do you know if it still comes with the Kinect or no?
I do not. No, I'm not sure.
Okay. I think that'd be really funny if it does still come with the Kinect. Yeah. That thing just doesn't work. Despite of how much they've said about it, like this is using improved infrared or whatever. Yeah, they're definitely relying on Titanfall to help its sales. And then
which I think it will. It definitely looks like a really
it's
really
a
good game.
It's a huge. It's definitely gonna be one of those huge titles like Halo and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see what others. Oh, this says, iPhone 6 to support blazing quad-core the A8 processor.
Okay, yeah, I saw that earlier.
Oh, did you read up on that?
It wasn't the same article. It was a little bit different. It was just saying that there's been like a report out of like some tech report site in China where they're saying like there's potentially already been like 90 million orders placed on an iPhone 6 kind of thing. So it might actually end up pushing Apple to have an earlier
like launch. Oh,
than what they want. I mean, this is a fun. Like we haven't even had it announced. Like there hasn't been any.
yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
really weird.
They're saying that the Foxconn factories were doing like a lot of production and whatnot, and they're doing a lot of interesting stuff and a lot of development on the A8 processor. So possible, yeah. I mean,
I just hope it comes out as an actual product instead of being all buggy and shit.
yeah,
Hopefully.
definitely.
Yeah. It says the Apple was the first smartphone maker to pack a 64-bit processor inside a smartphone with the iPhone 5s, and it looks like the iPhone 6 will kick things up a notch. According to the new report, Apple's big screen sequel will have a quad-core CPU under the hood, along with a quad-core graphics. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, it just talks about previous stuff. Snapdragon, no. Oh, okay. On the bottom it says the biggest advantage for the iPhone has been apps, so it will be very interesting to see which game developers and app makers vouch their support for the A8 chip when it's announced. Yeah, I think definitely the iPhone 6 will be the next big thing
Yeah,
since the first iPhone.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, cause I have the 5S, and yeah, it's cool because it's got like the 64-bit fast processor, great camera, and it's got like the little fingerprint thing. But like, in terms of being compared to the 5, like, it's not.
It's
Like
not
you could get the 5 and you still got a really great
Yeah, it's not that
smartphone.
drastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have high expectations that it'll be really awesome.
Ooh, it says Watch Dogs, which is a game for the PS4 and the Xbox One, is coming May 27th. So, ooh, that's pretty awesome. I've been really it's for me it's one of those games I've been really looking at. It looked really cool when I saw the E3 trailer for it. Unfortunately, it was like delayed, so
Yeah.
we could have gotten it sooner. But nonetheless, it's the year for it to come out, and it's going to come out in May 27th. So excited for it, and hopefully we'll do like a playthrough of it. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It looks really awesome. It says yeah, it's still coming out for Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and the PC. So and also they're making a Wii U version. That's very interesting.
Hmm.
It's still in the works. Let's see. Yeah, it just says from Ubisoft that it's gonna come later. There's no date for it for that one. That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't really expect it for a Wii U version to come out with it. Um, yeah, pretty much the reason why they want to delay is just to add polish and fine tune it, and add in details and blah blah blah, here and there. Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely excited for that one. And then same with the new Mario Kart 8, and then the new Super Smash Brothers is going to come out for the Wii U. Yeah,
Yep.
Wii U. So yeah, a lot of good games coming out this year. Yeah. This is. Oh yeah. I also like. I like to point out that I already pre-ordered a import game from Japan. That I'm planning to buy. It's called J Star Victory Versus. It's like this crossover game of all these like manga slash anime characters into one.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's the reason why I imported it is because it's one of those games that I know it's gonna have a hard time being translated and licensed for the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
because it has so many different franchises.
Yeah.
So unlike uh, Marvel and DC, they're like all the same pretty much in the same I guess franchise. So
Yeah.
because anime and manga tend to be in different franchises, which is why it's kind of hard already to put them in one game. And so that's why it was pretty surprising for me that they even came out with Tatsunoko versus Capcom over to the US, and it's like one of those most random ports I've ever seen. But it's a really good game on the Wii, if not the best fighting game on the Wii, on the original Wii. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And then with this one, but I hardly expect for it to ever come out in the US, unless some kind of miracle happens, like because
Yeah.
there's been petitions for it too, so
Oh wow.
people really want this. So I don't know. It could be possible that it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
It's just so much licensing, especially now. Like nowadays, you have to you need to get a license for and the rights for like every single little thing.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, and there's a reason, and this is the reason why the next Marvel vs. Capcom is never gonna happen because of Marvel being owned by Disney, and Disney is just being just really stingy with money and their rights and their property. So that's why Capcom was like, "Fuck it." So they're not gonna
Yeah.
make a game with them anymore. With Marvel, anyway. Kind of a shame. And it's especially because Ultimate versus Marvel vs. Capcom 3 wasn't like the game that everyone wanted. It was pretty disappointing because they didn't have more than 52 characters.
Yeah.
They didn't have pretty solid roster overall. I didn't even have Mega Man. It's like
No.
what? Come on, dude.
Awful.
Yeah, like Mega Man is like the one of the characters in video gaming history. He's not in a game that has Capcom in it in its title. It's
That's a shame.
yeah. Instead, Zero is in it. It's kind of like what? It's like a big ass slap in the face. And also, I mean, yeah, Ryu's in it, which is like a must. Because he's like the main character in Street Fighter, and then yeah, and a lot of the really vintage like Capcom characters weren't in it, so it was kind of just like a shame. So that's one of the big reasons why this Marvel's Capcom title was just a big disappointment, and it was probably the weakest one out of all the three. So yeah, let's see. Anything more on games I'm trying to get? Oh yeah, very recently, South Park: The Stick of Truth came out.
Oh.
Yeah, have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's really good for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good RPG game, and it's like for really catered towards, South Park fans, and then like, it's pretty much one of the best movie licensed games of all time. So
Yeah.
yeah, or movie/TV licensed games of all time. Yeah, so I've been really tempting to like to go get it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, I need to save money for
Yeah.
for a new computer, and to get those other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I rather just get the new Mario Kart, Super Smash, and Watch Dogs than getting South Park, just because I used to like South Park, but I just stopped watching it after whatever season I forgot. But just because, like, I don't know, for me, I just got tired of it.
It kind of became unfunny at some extent.
Yeah, to some extent. I don't know. What about you? Did were you a South Park fan at all?
I watched it. It was just like one of those shows that I never really got into.
Yeah.
I'm the same way about Family Guy. Like, people try and talk to me about Family Guy, and I'm just like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm sorry. It's just not... Nope. Doesn't really make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, there's some stuff where I'm just like, oh, that's funny. Like, oh, it's Family Guy. I get it. It's funny. And there's some stuff where I'm just like, nah. Nah.
That's pretty much how I exactly feel about Family Guy. Like, I used to watch it too. That's kind of like South Park. I used to watch it, but after a while, I got tired of it, and I was just like totally just done with it.
Yeah.
And I'm just been watching YouTube videos since.
Yep. YouTube is a gold mine.
It is, dude.
Of funny stuff. And if you ever want to feel better about yourself, all you got to do is just for 2 minutes, set a timer for 2 minutes, and just read comments on any video.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes. and then stop, and you'll realize like you are a great person, and there are a lot of people in the world who are way worse than you are.
Oh yes,
Like
there's bigger scumbags than you are.
yeah, I like YouTube. The comment section on YouTube videos is a very deep, dark, disgusting place that I try not to have to venture to.
Although there are some that are just like genuinely like very touching.
Yeah, there
There
are
are
good comments out there, but
a lot of them is just covered in shit.
they're very rare.
Yeah, it's just covered in just like this muck of just anger and misery and just because the internet is where you go and take out your anger on it.
Especially when you're a 12-year-old little annoyed kid from like the middle of nowhere in
Yeah, that's very ungrateful.
Indiana or
yeah,
something.
like, that's very ungrateful.
Yeah, they don't
much.
understand how good their life is really, but they
Right.
like bitch and moan on the internet.
Yeah, it's like there's a whole bunch of cases where they're like girls and boys where they just complain about like, oh, my parents didn't make me do chores, blah blah blah. And then just like it's just funny how parents use the internet to like punish them too. Kind of like where that really famous one where the girl was like complaining on Facebook about her dad, and her dad took her laptop and then like shot it.
Dude, that's hands down one of my favorite
Moments, yeah.
moments ever. You know what's really funny? It's there some like fake account, like some person pretty much like impersonated his daughter. Like was like, oh look at me guys, like I ran away from home and now I'm living with my like 30-year-old boyfriend in a motel kind of thing. But it was just like it wasn't his daughter.
Oh,
I
think I know what you're talking about, but like, it's kind of different from what I heard. It's like this girl that, I mean, she has a father, but like she's not. I mean, he's not with her, and so she made her own Facebook account, but she made Facebook accounts for her family members, and then with that she trolled herself, like she put mad comments on her own thing using their account. I mean, those accounts that she made. And then like one day, like she confronted her I don't know if it's her stepdad or her biological father. And yeah, they had this like dispute, and then something happened, and then the police came involved, and then like the girl used her Facebook account as evidence.
Yeah.
That her stepfather slash father, that said all these words to her, but eventually they found out that it was fake, and she is getting all these charges. So, or I think that was the result. So I think that was really funny.
It just shows you the extent that people are just so screwed up now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to blame the internet, but to some extent, I kind of have to blame what the internet has slowly provided for this like particular subset of people in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just using it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. And that's why the media looks down on the internet.
Yeah.
So much.
Yep.
So much. They bag it on it so much. And
think about it. If there was no internet, we would not have to worry about Justin Bieber right now. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no. Yeah. And on that topic, we have to talk about because there's been huge news that apparently a video of him peeing in something in jail, and that video is approved to be shown publicly by.
I watched Philip DeFranco,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on his show today, and he showed like a little bit of the clip, and it was really funny. He was like, because the police finally deemed it okay to be posted because they put like a black square
over his dick.
Yeah, and so it's just like him standing. He looks like just a little kid, just peeing in the corner. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just really weird.
Speaking of celebrity news, do you know who Jeanette McCurdy is? She was a Nickelodeon star. She's in Sam and Cat more recently, and then she was also in iCarly with
Did she play as Sam?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, I remember now.
Yeah, so she broke up with her like NBA boyfriend because she said they just didn't have good chemistry and he was a bad kisser.
Oof.
And
Oof.
sure enough, like a day or so later, there was like pictures of her leaked, of her in like lingerie,
Ooh.
and so it was just like like you kind of stop and think like she's 21, I think.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure she's 21, so she's an adult. Like it's not like a, you know, a really like, oh my god, she's 17 and these pictures are being posted on the internet. But
Yeah.
it's really interesting because she has a really like strong social media presence. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's all over Vine, she's all over Twitter, like she's constantly on there. And I actually saw the picture be retweeted by like a couple of people that I follow on Twitter before I saw it in like a news outlet, and I was like, what the heck? Like for a second I thought they were retweeting it directly from her, that she had posted it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went back and looked and I was like, okay, no, like that's not who's posting it. And then, sure enough, Philip DeFranco covered it the other day, and it kind of brings up that really interesting question: was like, when do these kind of things start to ruin like people's careers and whatnot? I think shit like, but it's really funny. Like, she's such a much more wholesome person than
Right.
Justin Bieber. That like stuff for this, like stuff like that in her life is kind of just like a, oh, like, darn, it's so like okay, we'll get past this, but like Justin Bieber is just like, this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Bieber is just really fucking up lately.
It was
So
really
bad.
funny with the Olympic hockey game, men's USA versus Canada. There was a post going around. It was like, loser keeps Bieber. It was really funny.
Wow. Who won that hockey game, by the way?
USA lost, and then they ended up playing for bronze. And then USA lost the bronze medal match, so they didn't get a medal at all. They finished fourth. And I don't remember if Canada won gold or not in their gold medal match. I'm not entirely sure.
Was Russia in the finals at all or no?
No, I'm pretty sure they were not.
Okay.
I don't think they were.
Yeah. Speaking of Olympics, that Olympics was super underwhelming. It's like
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, okay, these people won, okay, sure, but like nothing really like you know,
Yeah, definitely just...
nothing really epic or nothing eventful really happened. It's just
Yeah,
kind of
nothing eventful at all.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's another Olympics. These people won.
I mean, I did watch a couple of the events. What I watched, like ski slalom or something like that,
All right.
and it was really interesting because I watched like 6 professional skiers. These guys are Olympians, 6 in a row, all like screwed up
Wiped out.
their last run on this slalom.
Oh.
Like, and that's how like I guess it was a really difficult course. It was designed really difficult.
Yeah.
And so it was really interesting. I'm just like, wow, like these guys are the top cream of the crop, and they can't do this. Like this is interesting.
Yeah.
That was probably the most fascinating thing I saw.
Oh yeah. Remember in the beginning, like when the Olympians were in the hotel in Sochi, they said that there were pictures of Vladimir Putin like topless or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was talking with some people at work, and they were talking about how they saw a video where cats were like in the Olympic Village hotels,
All
and,
right.
like, where the reporters were staying and everything, and the cats were falling through the ceiling
Oh shit.
of their rooms.
Oh,
and
God.
so there was the joke. There was like, in Russia, it really does rain cats and dogs. So it was really funny.
Oh god.
But I think the more interesting thing, like to kind of segue from that into like kind of more of world news, like, is we were over here like we're really making fun of them, like, God, Russia just didn't get their crap together, blah blah blah.
Right.
Now there's like this whole thing with like Ukraine.
Oh shit,
Which
yeah.
I'm not even really up to date on. Like, I really don't know what's going on, other than there's a country called Crimea or something like that, and they're trying to pretty much be like, they want to secede from Ukraine and then be recognized by Russia, pretty much. I think is the gist of it. But then I don't remember which country did it, but one country sunk like a ship at the entrance of a port
Oh
Oh, I'm
shit.
pretty sure. I think Russia did it actually. I think Russia sunk a ship, like right at the entrance of a port to stop like the Ukrainian navy
Right.
from like coming through the port.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. Like stuff's like getting real.
Yeah.
Like this potentially could kind of be like if this doesn't clean its like work itself out, we
We could be in
World War Three.
World War
Like
Three
this
can happen.
is like a serious kind of thing going on here.
Yeah.
Which, my humble opinion, I don't necessarily believe that we have the proper leadership in office in this country to help
Oh,
us
hell
go through
no.
one of those.
Fuck that.
But
Fuck that.
that being said, which actually that kind of brings up another good point that Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
we think Steven Seagal, we think of the movie star. He actually gave a really good political speech not too long ago. I was on Facebook and I think my cousin posted like a link to a video of him talking at like some conservative conference or something along those lines.
Really.
And he gave a speech where he's actually pretty in the know like politically and everything because he's really involved with the actual law.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
and everything. And he pretty much said that like if the truth came out about like the Benghazi like terrorist nonsense and all that, like a lot of these recent like Fast and Furious scandal or whatever, like if the truth about all that came out right now, that like he was like there's no doubt in my mind that like we would impeach our president so fast, like he would just be done, like for not telling us the truth, like not like running everything up, not doing his job, like be done. He wouldn't even like make it any further in his term. We're just like, wow, really interesting stuff. What does this guy know that we don't? So in that kind of sense, I'm kind of like, I really hope I don't wake up to news like Steven Seagal found dead in like in house kind of thing.
Yeah. In this location, or
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's just really funny. It's just really funny how like World War Three would start with two of the most random countries, like Russia and Ukraine.
yeah,
Of all things, I thought it would be like North Korea or something, but nope. It's Russia, and Ukraine.
yeah. Really, wow.
It's not. It's not.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, for the most part, you would really think that like our world really isn't at odds with one another for the like that much, and it's kind of calm and everything. But no, like really, like everything is super tense.
It is.
Like super tense. Like you think like, oh, we're trade partners with China, blah blah blah. Like, North Korea's not really a threat. We'll just blow them up before they can hit fire on their crap and everything. Like, no, like when it finally hits the fan, it's gonna just everything's just kind of gonna blow.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's like the world's kind of like a teapot right now that's boiling. It hasn't started to whistle yet.
Oh yeah.
But it's pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close, yeah. Just hope this isn't whistled soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? As long as tourism stays up, I'll be fine. I work in the entertainment and tourism aspect of the world, so I'll be okay.
Definitely.
As long as that doesn't close down. Pretty much what I need is just there needs to constantly be flights from Japan to LAX. I'll be good. Because all those people keep coming over, I will have a job.
Yeah.
Like that's the truth of it.
Yeah. You're still a photographer, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So is it mostly Japanese people, or is it like from France, or is it from Russia? Or...
There is a lot of I would say top visitors that I have noticed: people from Canada, Australians, Japanese people, and like Germanic speaking country people.
Oh, like Dutch and like
people who speak Dutch, people from that general area of Europe, Germans, pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean for the most and then for the most part, like people who are from America that are constantly coming, that are the most consistent, are like Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah. I feel like pretty much everybody who's close enough to where they can drive here and don't have to fly.
Yeah.
There's a handful of people from Florida, but I feel like a lot of them work for the company in Florida, and then they come over because they get a discount
to visit. Yeah.
Or it's like family members of those people, kind of thing.
Yeah. I kind of funny that Florida of all things come to Disneyland, because they have Disney World.
It's true, but Disneyland's the original.
It is. That is
so
true.
That's motivation to come.
That is true. But Disney World is still kind of better.
I haven't been yet, so I went once.
That is
a kid,
true. Yeah.
But I haven't been yet, so we'll see. Although I feel like I'm always gonna have a special connection with Disneyland. I feel because Disneyland is the only park that Walt Disney himself walked in as a completed park. He visited the park. He went on attractions and everything. So
yes, that is true. So in a way, yeah, it may not be as attractive as Disney World, but it definitely has the magic, I guess, or the authenticity, the vintage, Disney like
that classic appeal, like
classic appeal. There you go. Because of that, Walt Disney himself walked into that park and rode on those rides, and pretty much his footsteps are in that park. So
yeah, like we have a tour that's like the Walt's Footsteps tour, so you can really like.
Yeah. All right. Anything else regarding around those topics? Oh, you know what? Kind of, I find funny. It was like it's more on celebrities. It's regarding like a celebrity death, and it kind of just like slipped by, and it's one of the cast members from Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, Harold Ramis.
Yes.
Yeah, I was really, really sad.
Yeah.
He was actually was he a producer or director? He was also really involved with film.
Yeah.
Like film production outside of his acting. Yeah, so he was Egon from Ghostbusters, if you're unfamiliar with who that individual is. And I think one of the last cuz like when it happened, like I remember reading about it and there was a lot of like questioning about like, oh, will Bill Murray now suddenly kind of like be involved in like saying things about him? Because the two kind of had a falling out after Groundhog Day. Which pretty sure Harold Ramis was involved with the production of Groundhog Day, and that was like actually a really good film. Because he was really good at making like witty films like that. And that was actually one of the more serious like comedies that the two of them did, but I'm pretty sure it was after that film they had a falling out.
Yeah.
So it made like a lot of really diehard Ghostbuster fans really upset, like, and because they were hoping for like
the third
film to be made, but now
it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, it's not really possible at this point, and who knows? Maybe the tensions between those two was something that was like holding it off, and so now it could be kind of like oh damn, like didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
I was a dick to him, kind of thing. I don't know. Like I don't remember the circumstances of their falling out.
Yeah, but it happened, and kind of unfortunate that it ended that way. So, may you rest in peace. And well, I don't think you probably need those. Fuck. I just forgot what those packs are called.
Oh.
Your new something accelerator or something.
Just don't cross the streams, man.
Yeah, just don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams in heaven, man. Because all matter will be destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Packs for sale. This is ridiculous. Proton pack.
Proton pack. Okay.
Oh my god, you can proton pack toy? What is?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like a little.
It's one of those things.
That was really
one of those props in like little like toys that you find in like late 80s or something, or 90s.
You can make your own proton pack.
Oh, apparently, oh.
There's Instructables out there. That's really interesting.
Okay, this is a random topic. Have you seen this YouTube channel called How to Basic?
That sounds really familiar. That sounds really, really familiar.
I can show you a video. You'll definitely find it very, very strange but funny. Yes, this guy. This one. How to make a Krabby Patty. Pretty sure a commercial will pop up. Yep.
My name is Zach. My name is
That's why I use Google Chrome, son.
This is Kosa.
This is
Hey, I'm not a hypocrite, right? I make money up from these. Here we go. Just so random.
Ew. I don't understand what's happening right now. I feel so disgusted right now.
Yeah, maxi pack. Pregnancy test. More eggs.
Oh my god.
He takes a brush.
It's messes everywhere. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That's also one of the most dangerous things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes. Oh, that is disgusting. I love how the pregnancy test is still
Yeah.
intact. Oh, that's disgusting. Look at that. He takes a bigger pack,
Bigger bun.
bigger bun, and then puts it in there. Slay race.
Watch Maximo with Scrappy Buddy? No.
Oh yeah, for garnish, right? Yep. It's just. Oh
That was literally.
no, dude, you gotta watch this. This is so funny. It's how to make Mountain Dew.
Sugar?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
This is G.I. Joe, I think.
Well, that's his thing. He always has an egg in there. Somehow.
Oh, it's just so disgusting. Aww. I'm having such a hard time not gagging right now. Oh.
He actually drinks it. Or that's what it looks like anyway. Look how many views he gets, too.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. And he's probably making a lot of money because he's making a mess
Yep.
in his house.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and then there's a video of someone who imitated the Krabby, how to make a Krabby Patty, and actually try to eat it, or
Ew.
just like, yeah, it was. I watched a little bit of it and it was pretty disgusting. You don't want to watch it. Yeah, he's got all kinds of things. Yeah, look at that. It's all like over the millions. Oh, except for that one. How to make dumplings, but it's still pretty high. How to use a douche. Uh, how to win an Oscar. Oh, didn't Leonardo DiCaprio did not win an
Yeah, that's
Oscar?
right. He did not win.
It was some other dude.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It was Jared Leto,
Yeah.
and then also Matthew McConaughey.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was all these like pictures of like they're just like saying like oh like Leonardo DiCaprio didn't get an Oscar,
Yeah.
and there was just like this collage that made DiCaprio's face. If you look closely, it's all the
yeah, I
little
saw
picture.
it. Like,
Yeah, it's all the pictures of Matthew McConaughey and like other Oscar winners that are not him, pretty much. That's really funny. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, I'm subscribed to him as you can see. It's just so random. How to delete Flappy Bird? I've never seen this one yet.
bet it involves eggs.
Yes. He's a blue one now.
It's really funny. I have like a knockout. Well, it's not. I have like another version.
Oh, it's just a
of the
calculator. I was gonna say.
He's like naked.
Yeah, he's like wearing underwear or something. Oh, he's trying to throw it, but it's something different.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
It's Same calculator again.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god. It's still working.
I'm really confused. Oh, he's trying to drown it.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy speaks English. It was definitely not an American toilet.
Yeah. What the? Okay.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay then.
All right. Let's watch the last one. Oh. Apparently he's a.
The nominees for Best Actor are Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Okay. All right.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
And I bet he's not gonna win. None of them are gonna win.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, this guy has all these dolls.
The Oscar
Right.
goes to
I bet he just bought them from like the thrift store or something. I mean, come on. Oh, cause she tripped. Yeah, okay, I get it. In the actual thing. Oh god.
I know, this is just annoying.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't throw an egg at the mic.
Matthew McConaughey.
I knew it. I knew it.
That's the sad face.
Yeah. I love all these like jump cuts that he makes.
They're fantastic. And it got awkward.
Yep. Oh. Okay. All right. I think we had enough of that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna start again.
No, no.
Did I hear my voice crack open an ice cold man?
Nope. We did not hear anything. All right. So. Anything more? Anything more that you picked up?
Well, it was an interesting article at first, but then it wasn't after I read it more. Pull it back up. Or, okay, actually, yeah, that one's moderately worth talking about. So there was a woman who drove her van into the ocean on a Florida beach with her 3 children in the back.
Mm-hmm.
On their ages 3, 9, and 10. And some bystanders who were on the beach, like the lifeguard towers, like they actually swam out to get these kids
Right.
out of the back of the van. They just clung, like the kids, like just held onto them for dear life and was like, "She's trying to kill us."
What?
Yeah, like so. That is all sorts of crazy. Like it's really like the kids are like at the hospital last I heard.
Yeah.
The hospital, but like how do you even like begin to like those children are gonna live the rest of their life like our mom tried to kill us, like kind of,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of thing. And then I don't know if it was true or not, but I heard that the woman was pregnant. I don't know if she was pulled out.
Wait, did she?
The mother, who was standing outside the van when the videotape began rolling, was almost pushed under the vehicle by waves, according to a TV channel. They reported the woman was pregnant and identified her as being from South Carolina. The sheriff's investigation is continuing. So, okay, I guess she is alive then.
Oh.
Yeah, it was reported that she was pregnant. So that's yeah, that was all sorts of crazy. I saw that. That was another news story I got from a YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Like, that is really, like, you're gonna live the rest of your life like, our mom tried to kill us.
And she's still out there.
Yeah, and she was still.
Oh God. That really sucks for them.
Yeah, it was really, really awful.
Speaking of awful news, I've heard about this one where I believe I forgot how old this kid is. It's he's 13 years old, I think, and he watched some porn on his Xbox One, on his Xbox at least, and then after that he decided to rape his little sister.
The hell?
Yeah. After that, I don't know about that, but let's see. Hold on. Oops. Let's go with the first one. Yeah, the boy was 13 years old, and this happened in England, which is pretty random. And yeah, he admitted to raping his 8-year-old sister because he just wanted to imitate something or mimic something after what he saw. And he just did it to his 8-year-old sister because she's young, so therefore she can't remember or whatever. Yeah, it says quote couldn't remember stuff, and then yeah, so he performed sexual acts on her and had her perform other sexual acts on him as well. And it says that the boy is currently out on bail while a pre-sentence report is being prepared. He is currently living with relatives away from his sister. And the girl is recovering well, according to the article. And then Microsoft released a statement regarding this incident, reminding parents that the console is equipped with parental controls that allows a parent to restrict what games kids can play and what they are able to watch online. And this is about responsibility with children not accessing sexually explicit content. And
The writer goes on to make a really good point because they're talking about how like some member of parliament was like, oh, we want to make there should be like more internet service providers should be blocking this better, and like they should make it so you have to prove you're 18 to be able to view like all this adult content and whatnot. But then the writer goes on to like, yeah, because like labels on movies and video games did such a great job of that, and like it's already doing such a great job to get to all other adult media. And he was like, no, that's crap. He's like, I got a better idea, and just bear with me here. He's like, maybe parents should be slightly more responsible for what they give their children access to.
Yes.
It's not that hard to block stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All the tools are right in front of you. Parents need to be parents.
Yes. That's
what it boils down to.
Yep. Like, definitely for me, like, I would not give my child a game that would have stuff like what you see in, like, GTA 5.
Yeah.
No matter how he wants it, like, how much he wants it so bad. And there would be a good, there's a good reason why I wouldn't give it to him,
Yeah.
And, like, the same would go with Call of Duty, or, like, pretty much any online shooting game, because the people out there, or at least turn off the chat mic, so that he won't hear it, or she won't hear it, whatever. And and it's just like they always try to blame it on video games or like anything but the parents, because it's like these like parents the parents that are like involved just don't want to take responsibility and don't want to be blamed on, so they're just trying to play a blame game on like something else, especially with video games. So it's kind of sickening to me that like these parents aren't just like willing enough to take responsibility to give their kids like the appropriate content. It's just not really that hard. It's already been there, so it's not like you can go out there and just sue them or anything like that. There's already an improved rating system that clearly indicates that it's not appropriate for kids under certain ages. So I don't know why parents just still continue to just try to blame it on them. So it's just one of those things that kind of sickening me. But it's also, I mean, as much as the parents need to be responsible, it's just how kids react to that, Like, sometimes you could be the most responsible parent, but sometimes something randomly triggers in people's minds,
That's true. Yeah.
and it can happen. And it's just, and it could be one of these cases. It's just he watched something, he watched porn, and he's like I can't imagine I can't imagine other children be like, that was something very interesting to watch. That I watch. I'm gonna go imitate it and go do that to my little sibling or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, and especially it's like it's kind of clear that this it's not a common thing either. So
Yeah.
clearly there's something wrong with the child, but and also with the parents as well. But yeah, I think it's just both sides to it. It's just how the kid reacted, but also how he got access to it in the first place. And it's gonna just it kind of sucks for their parents to, give them the wrong thing at the wrong time, pretty much. And he's 13 years old, so it's like the perfect time for him to hit puberty.
Yeah, it's a very impressionable time.
Yeah, especially with sex,
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much at this point anything can happen.
Yeah.
You don't know what your kids can do, especially when they're hitting puberty, when their hormones begin to rage around. So for any of you young parents out there, please just look at the rating of the game and just be responsible with what you're providing to your kids. What you're letting your kids watch or play or whatever. The same goes with music too.
Yeah.
And
if you don't know what any of it means, just look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Because I was last time I bought a video game, I think it was The Last of Us, and somebody right in front of me, this woman was buying Call of Duty or Borderlands or something like that for her son, who wasn't old enough to actually buy it himself, because he was holding on to it, and then he was like, "Oh, I need to see your ID," and he's like, "Oh no, my mom's buying it." And then the lady was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then." And then she was, and after she paid for it, I heard them as they were walking out, she was like, "What is this? Is this so bad that you got to show your ID for it? If you were offering to buy your kid something, know what you're buying them."
Yeah, you gotta know what you're buying. You can't just be like, "Oh, okay." My son wants it. I'm pretty sure my son knows what he wants.
Yeah,
but no.
And if you are gonna make the decision where you're getting them something that's past their level of maturity, or number wise, you know what I'm saying? Know how mature your kid is, or at least have conversations with your kid and be like, "So I know this is a really violent game, I don't want you to play it super long amounts of time, maybe 45 minutes, an hour, and I don't want you to be super consumed by it," kind of thing. If you're gonna make those decisions, make informed decisions and be an active part of the parenting process of your child. That's all I'm saying.
And yeah, just just tell your kid if they do play these games, don't tell them that don't take them so seriously. Yeah. They're just there for mere entertainment. They're not.
Yeah, remind them it's a game.
Yeah, remind them it's a game. It's not something that it should affect your life so much. And because the problem is that a lot of people take things seriously, especially with kids, because they don't know that they should take them seriously or not.
Yeah.
So you gotta for those parents out there, they need to just tell them that this is a game. It's for entertainment purposes only. Just don't let it influence you in any way. Once you're past that point, then it's just whatever. It's free for all, and anything goes, whatever. But when you're not mature enough, just be aware that you can't let it, take over you. You can't let it be a part of who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and simply just don't imitate the things that you did in a game, and then you try to do them in real life. Because, look at kids that try to do stuff they did in GTA 5, and do that in real life.
Yeah, just
There are
All
cases
bad.
like that, and they all don't turn out well. So, you know, you can tell them that too. Like you show them these articles, and it'll definitely plant them into their heads better that obviously doing video game things in real life is not gonna get you anywhere. It's gonna cause it more trouble, just so much unnecessary trouble, and just don't do it. Do it in a game, not in real life.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much that's we all have to say about that. All right, so we can end it on that note. So thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed all the things we talked about today or tonight. And yeah, for those again, for those parents out there, just be responsible with the kids and just know what you're buying before you actually buy it with a credit card. So
Yeah.
yeah, lesson of the day. We'll try to do more of these in the future, but who knows? Like, in this year, like, I have a feeling that even more interesting things are gonna happen out there. So
Definitely.
yeah, on a much different scale. So until then, see you guys next
All
time.
right, take it easy.